A very good evening and many thanks for always joining me. I'm William Evans. This is the Capital Market Bridge Show. Well, for the past few days, or let's say weeks, the Capital Market Authority leadership, together with other partners and stakeholders, moved around all the 4 provinces of Rwanda, including the city of Kigali, to meet citizens, to meet Rwandans, to have a conversation about the saving culture, but also some of the opportunities that are on the Capital Market Bridge. Now, tonight's show focuses on what these conversations turned out to be. Were the roadshows successful? What sort of conversations were people having? What sort of feedback did we get from the grassroots level? Take a look.
Well, we have planned these roadshows. It's not the first time we do them, actually. We did it in the beginning of launching the market in 2008. But this time around, and thereafter, but this time around they are very specific. The roadshows we have done around the country, we're specifically looking at the supply side of the story. So that means the companies, the small medium enterprises, PSF members across the whole country. Today's was the last day of closing this year's edition, 2025. Whereby we brought together all the PSF members in the city of Kigali. So many of them are Golden Circle members. We have called them to tell them about the benefits of using the capital markets, and the response we got was very positive from what I could tell. And given the questions people were asking and the interest they kept all the way until the last minute, so everyone remained behind and they were attentive and they were asking very pertinent questions, which we call ourselves, they're like buying signals in our business. When someone asks questions like that, you know what, this person is interested. So we did not only cover the supply side or tell people about how they can use the markets, but we have also told them about savings, because we were working with Aranite, we were working with the different stakeholders to discuss this. So I think, all in all, it was a good end. We ended on a high note.
The roadshows indeed ended on a very high note. Of course, we've also seen some people, especially first-timers, now committing to see how they can raise capital using the capital market to finance their businesses. Let's take one extra testimony from one of the first-timers and hear what she made of these roadshows.
That is the first time I coming in this meeting. Is very interested by me about increasing my business, about to increasing in the capital, marketing capital, very interested. So I like it, and in the future I will be to joining the marketing capital.
Definitely, when you meet people, you always have conversations with them, but there's also a bit of feedback. Now, this feedback, of course, helps you assess if you've achieved your goals or the objectives of organizing a certain event. Now, for the roadshows, we talked to Mr. Topelo, who is the CEO of the Capital Market Authority. And to him, he says that the objective of organizing the roadshows were actually met 100%. And beyond just the feedback, of course, the CEO says that they're now going to see how the feedback from the Rwandans in different provinces is now going to inform their next step, but also inform their next strategy, which is, I think, 2026 strategy. Let's also take a listen to the CEO of the Capital Market Authority.
We achieved exactly what we intended to do, and actually I think we are also surprised by the level of achievement and interest that we managed to do, and therefore we are fully satisfied. And I think we are happy that our strategy at the initial point in level did a good work, and we can now take it to step number 2. I'll just say mission accomplished. Huge turnout throughout our tours, huge questions and good answers, great feedback, but there's a telling story. We need to reach out more often. We need to keep in touch with the ground. We need to educate more of our people. we also need to handhold them through the process. A huge interest from the business community and also from the investment opportunity. It's like the market is still untapped, but I think the rate at which people are interested is going to be a game changer for capital markets in Rwanda. In terms of potential and in terms of convention, and we are looking forward to putting strategies to really achieve a lot. And I think we need to align our strategy to what is in the ground now, because now we have evidence in terms of what is actually happening. We can't now just go ahead with the strategy that we just planned. Now I think we need to refine it, to be much more focused, to be much more to convert what we have done, and also to handhold what we have, while at the same time trying to open up new grounds also.
For a matter of fact, we can say that the capital market roadshows have come to an end. But also it is important to note that these shows have come to an end, but in a bit of a very good twist of events, where Rwanda will be hosting what is called the African Securities Exchanges Association annual conference. Now, this is a conference that is going to be bringing together leaders from security exchanges, market regulators, going to be having brokers, we're going to be having investors from all over Africa. They're going to be meeting in Kigali, of course, to have conversations around the capital market, but also more to this conference. This is what we make of the conference from a Rwandan perspective.
The ASEA events, it's our annual conference. It's our group of people that we are talking about the stock exchanges of the continent. Yeah, Rwanda today we are the ones who are leading. We are leading ASEA as chair. So we bring together the stock exchanges, other service providers within the financial markets and the capital markets in particular, and the investors. We have policymakers, we have regulators, all come together to discuss the issue which is at hand. It's the capital market development on the continent, which is still underdeveloped, and people are not utilizing that. We're trying to get to understand or to get to know together how we can derive policies and action points that we have to put in place to make sure that the capital market is developed, and we finally get we get funding for our economies through the capital market. It's the most important. Unlocking capital and getting our private sector and governments to use the capital market as an avenue to raise financing and increase savings on the continent from the the African people. So we are also going to be working. We are going to be launching what we are calling Pan-Africa Awards for ESG. That is Environment, Social and Governance Awards, Pan-African, to recognize outstanding work from companies and people, individuals who have been doing outstanding work across the continent. So besides that, we are also launching our Green Exchange Window, which is the platform whereby people who have green projects and sustainable projects, that they can be using that platform going forward at the stock exchange. And then also we are going to be announcing actually our the new addition to our capital markets, our stock exchange. We have gotten the necessary approvals for allowing hard currency denominated instruments to come into our market. So soon enough, people should be able to raise financing in other currencies, in dollars or other currencies they may wish. Most of the time it's dollars. They should be able to do that, and people will be able to invest in instruments which are denominated in dollars. So that, I think that's something very important for our market, and innovative, if I may say, because there are not many countries who do that on the continent.
Of course, we talked to the leadership of the Capital Market Authority, and to them, they say that the conference, among other things, will be discussing opportunities, but also some of the challenges. Of course, the number of people that are going to be in Kigali, some of them might be interested in investing in Rwanda's capital market. But from Rwanda's capital market perspective, this is what the conference actually means.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. It also means more opportunities for the Rwanda market. It also means more of showcasing our capital markets. I mean, this is an African conference, remember, but it's not only Africans who are coming to this conference. There are a lot of international people who are coming in here, who are looking for opportunities in the capital markets, who are looking at being service providers in the capital markets. And therefore, having achieved the town hall meetings and also faced with the upcoming overseer in the next 2 days, I think it's a better way to close 2025 for the Rwanda capital markets.
According to authorities, they say that part of the issues they're going to be discussing are issues that they've identified, and these are not just limited to a certain African country A or B, but these are cut-crossing issues that are going to be discussed and also have sort of a way forward, but also some of the solutions. And this is the sort of conversation that will also be happening.
So now the whole country, or the whole continent rather, we have more or less similar problems. Outside maybe South Africa and a few more markets maybe, the issues that have to do with pipeline, we don't have enough companies listed. You can see even in Rwanda we only have 10. On average on the whole continent, okay, the average listing in any particular market outside of South Africa, let's remove South Africa from that, the average listing per country is less than 1%. So one company per year, regardless of where we come from. So that's a problem. Issues of liquidity comes around that, and savings levels are very low. The other issues around sustainability, ESG and all that, those are current questions everyone is asking themselves. So we are going to be discussing all that and technology, how we can leapfrog some of the things we are doing. How do you address SME financing, for example? It's a question that everyone is asking themselves. So we have called people from all the way from Jamaica, who are going to be sharing their experiences in Rwanda, how to use, how the Jamaica has been able, for example, to leapfrog, how they have been able to use the capital markets to help their own SMEs, and how they have been able to change their mindset to understand that there is an equity of, a culture of equity. In our part of the world, people have not really developed the equity culture. People who want to do business, they are always thinking about the bank. They're always thinking about the debt. Look at all our financial planning, people are talking about debts and all that. But yes, debt is fine, but it's not all. So how do people get together collectively and invest in their companies? How do we derive or advocate for some policies which will make more companies join the market? So those are the conversations we are going to be having at this meeting.
Well, allow me thank everyone that was able to share their insights, but also encourage you that is watching us, who has probably not started using or utilizing the opportunities that are on the capital market, to begin right now, especially the young people. There's an aspect that this show deals with, which is instilling the culture of saving, especially in young people. But also if you're an individual or a business and you're wondering, how can you raise a capital via the capital market? This is why the show is here. We are here to help you, so you can always reach out either on our social media handles with your concerns or your feedback. This is definitely going to be informing the next step the Capital Market Authority makes in the years to come, but also in the future of the capital market. And it is a game changer that you give us this feedback. I'm William Evans, and of course this is the Capital Market Bridge Show. From me and entire team, have a good night. See you next time. Goodbye.